Okay, the next question is a good one. It's from Cameron Snowden. Cameron says she wants to know about investing in CDs. She's 25 and wants to know if that's a good move, and also how she can get started in investing. Well, what I'll say first and foremost is no, CDs are not a good investment. The amount of money that you make from a CD is pretty much non-existent. You know, I don't even know why people would even put their money in a CD, to be honest with you. I could probably look up. In fact, I'm going to look it up real quick. What's the average average rate of return? Let me see, average return on a let's say you put in a 5-year CD, which is just crazy hard, you know, because your money's locked up 5 years. Let me see, I'm looking at bankrate.com, and what bankrate.com is telling you is that the 1-year CD yield is 0.3%. 0.3%. So that means that if you put in $1,000, 1% of $1,000 is $10. You put in $1,000, you lock up $1,000 of your money, you're gonna get 30 bucks. You lock up your money for 5 years, you'll get 80 bucks. 0.8% is the 5-year yield. So that's nothing. I mean, right now the Fed's policy is one of what they call easy money, quantitative easing. They keep the interest rate super low. So what happens is the incentive to save, or to put it, say, in CDs, is incredibly low. The incentive to borrow, however, is very, very high, because banks can get the money cheap and they just loan it to you at a higher rate. That's how they make their money. So you can't borrow money at 0.8%, but you can. That's all you're going to get if you make it available for people to borrow or use your money for other investments or whatever. So I'm personally not real interested in CDs. I think that stocks are better. Now, in terms of investing in stocks, you know, the funny thing about stocks is stocks are kind of driven by sort of a mixture between rational market valuation and a little bit of sort of psychological valuation. You know, what people kind of psychologically think a stock is worth, and so, you know, I have seen that basically if you look at the return on the stock market over the last 5 or 6 years has been much, much higher. I think that in terms of getting started with investing, because you were asking about that, really, I don't think it has to be complicated unless you want it to be. I would personally invest, you know, just pick different stocks and just own them. Just buy them and own them. Just make it long term, though, because if you make it short term, then you're worried about what's going to happen next week. But if you make it long term, then you're only thinking about what's going to happen over the next 5 or 10 years, maybe 20 years, which gives you a whole lot more leeway. So, for example, let's say I started investing in 1990. Well, the market's gone through a lot of craziness since 1990, but I guarantee you that if I was to buy 5 new stocks every week since 1990, I'd have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. So I would just sort of just, you know, dip your toe in the water, just start investing a little bit at a time. Maybe buy mutual funds. Mutual funds, they spread your money out, or you could just have fun with it and pick different companies you want to own. Make it fun. It doesn't have to be stressful. But make investing a part of your culture, a part of your daily habit, and I think that will get you where you want to get to. So remember, getting started with investing is not that difficult. Just keep hanging out with us in the Black Wealth Bootcamp and the Black Business School, and AskDrBoyce.com. At AskDrBoyce.com, I set up that program because I wanted you to be able to understand that these concepts don't have to be scary. They don't have to be difficult. That's why I got my PhD. That's why I wrote this 150-page dissertation to get my doctorate on the stock market, is so that I can help black people like you, smart black people like you, build a better future for their children, and to make it easy in the process. So so hang in there, and you will be successful. So I wish you the best, sister. I'm very proud of you.